Welcome, Sierra Dell Homestead here. Alrighty, what we're going to do right now is I've got this extra pumpkin, and it's getting time where I've got to use it. You know, it's getting springtime now, and this thing's lasted pretty good through the winter. But we got to get it used up, get the seeds, and we'll get them dried out. We're going to save them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pumpkin, I'm going to slice it in slices. And then I'll cut the edges off of it and just make basically round donuts out of it, and I'll show you that here in a minute. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay them down here on the parchment paper, and I'm going to put some okay guys, I'm sorry, the camera there died, but I'm back again. The only thing I've done is cut these rings, or that pumpkin, into rings, and then I took, kind of scraped it a little bit. This is the stuff inside of it, and got the seeds out of it. And this will go to the chickens. They like it. Now, this is the part of you got to adapt as you go. This is going to be my first time making these, and like I said in the first part of the video, I was going to leave them in a complete ring, but I think what I'm going to do is just cut them up into chunks. I can fit more on a pan that way, and I attempted to peel them. I guess I should have done that before I cut them into rings. Lesson learned. So I'm going to leave the outside on it because the pumpkin's washed. So I'm going to leave it on the outside, and you just pick it up by the outside and eat it kind of like a pizza. So this all go to the chickens. Bring it over here. Alright. And this is the other rings. I'm going to cut them up and put them down on this parchment paper. And it's just on top of a oven pan that I can put on top of the wood stove. Then I'll put seasoning on them. And this is the seeds. Now some people roast the seeds. My mama used to roast the seeds. I'm sorry, I don't like roasted pumpkin seeds, but I do like what they produce after you plant them. So we'll dry these out, and that'll be another little quick tip video on how to dry these out. But right now, let's get this finished, and so we can get these on top of the wood stove. Alright, I'm going to cut these up in chunks, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, we're back. I got some of these cut up. I ain't got them all done yet, but what I wanted to show you what I was going to do is I'm going to make me a mixture to shake these things in. And it's just going to be a guesswork mixture because I don't have nothing to go by. And sometimes I like doing that, just making it kind of like my own little recipe. So what I'm going to do first is get me out some of this brown sugar. Get it put in here. Alrighty, I'm sorry if I keep moving the camera on you there. Alrighty. But there's the brown sugar. We'll set it back here real quick. Get the lid on it. Alright. Sorry ahead of time to Stacy from Doug and Stacy's Off-Grid Homestead. She taught me something I didn't know about cinnamon on one of her videos, but I haven't been to the store to get any of the cinnamon that she had been talking about, and I'd actually have to go back and watch the video to get the exact name of it. But I'm just going to take, and what I'm going to do is add some cinnamon to this as well, and just kind of mix it up. Like I said, I'm sorry about the moving the camera around that. Try and get all them large clumps of brown sugar broke up. And on top of that, I don't have much workspace right here right now. These big pans laying up here. Because my workspace is only 25-inch wide. And that's including all the containers and everything. You know, just something to give it a little bit of flavor. And we'll start laying them in here. We'll take, they've got a lot of coating on them, I'll knock them off just a little bit. And we'll get them laid out in here. And we'll have to keep an eye on them because some of these are a little thicker than others. And so we'll just have to keep an eye on them as they bake. And if some get ready sooner, we'll just pull them off. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish getting all these done. And the other 3 rings I got cut up and done. And I'll get back with you. Alright guys, we're back. And here they are after got them coated. Got them on a pan. And I still got a little bit of coating left. And I've got 1 ring left. So by the time I get done doing that 1 ring, that little mixture we made should be pretty well gone. But I wanted to show you this, and we're going to get it over there and get it on top of the wood stove. And I've already got the wood stove preheated because I had to bring the chickens in that I got. It's kind of cool outside right now, so they're down here in a tote below the stove keeping warm. And all I'm going to do is just set them right there on top of the wood stove. It's up and going, and we'll let them sit there and bake on top. Of course, we'll keep an eye on it. Probably have to flip them, move the pan a little bit, wherever your heat goes in and out inside your stove. Depends on which place on top of this stove is going to get the hottest, so we don't want to burn them. Alright, I'll let you know as soon as these things get ready and what they taste like. Alright guys, we're back. Here's the finished pumpkin bites or pieces. I just took them off the wood stove. I flipped them once while they were on the wood stove, and I turned the pan 180 degrees. And basically that way these 3 rows was over the hot part of the stove for a while, then these 3 rows. Because back toward the stove pipe is where, you know, most of my heat is, because that's where the draw's at. So they're done, and I've took a bite of one, and they're pretty good. So what I'm going to do is let the rest of these cool off a bit. I'll put a piece of parchment paper or something over the top of these, and that way they can sit here and cool off. Alright, I'm glad you joined me. Pretty successful little project. They taste pretty good, so I'm happy. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you like stuff like this, please subscribe, like, comment, share the videos, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day.